Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast, your weekly beer review podcast show.
We're always keeping it fresh for you.
Yes, and this week we're keeping it super fresh.
Exactly. See how I did that?
Yes, I know. It was very nice. It was a very smooth segue.
Yeah.
I know. It's so fresh that when I was in Finland back in January, I picked up some beers. So, kind of fresh. But how have you been this week?
Pretty good.
Yeah. How's the news from America and the crushing tariffs that we're all about to experience? How a feeling for you?
I have personally not yet been crushed by the tariffs.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah. I mean, if U.S. beers become more expensive, we'll start drinking more, I don't know, beers from another country.
I'm about to say,
Russian beers.
I know. Suddenly we're going to start getting a lot more UK beers in because they're looking a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
But so today I brought something from a new brewery out of Finland called Factory Brewing. When I was there were just a few places that had them on tap, but they were the highest rated beers on the menu of any place that I went to. And I think I was able to try 2 or 3 or 4, something like that. It's all a blur now. And they were quite good. So I thought, well, I definitely need to try to bring something back for us to try on the show. And so, yeah, that's what I got. And this is called Cosmic Dance. It's a double IPA coming in at 8%. And it features Citra, Nelson Sauvin, and Good Old Galaxy. We beefed up the malt base with more oat and wheat for more robust body, but still keeping our signature fresh fruitiness from the hops. Thanks to head brewer Jyrka Orden.
Jyrka.
Yeah. Do you like that? His little Finnish flavor on that?
Yeah.
I've been working with a lot of Finns, so I'm kind of getting into there.
You're trying to... Yeah. So you'll learn Finnish before you ever learn Swedish.
Probably.
That's what
it's easier to pronounce. Because as we all know, a lot of Finnish words are just made up words anyway, so...
As if Swedish or English words aren't just made up.
They're
all made up.
All right, so let's dig into this. It smells really fruity on the nose.
A little bit like jam. But
yeah.
When I say jam on an IPA, I mean it in a good way.
I would think so.
Everyone who knows me and my IPA love knows that I do like some jamminess. I keep drinking the 2L #DIPA. It's one of the jammier ones.
Yeah. You're definitely getting some citrus notes, some tropical notes on there. It smells really, really good. So
That's right.
Let's try
Cheers.
this out.
That has a really fresh mouthfeel.
Yeah. I would say this is virtually indistinguishable from every other well-made double IPA. It's really good.
I was going to say, the mouthfeel on this is surprisingly close to 2L's #DIPA.
I was about to say, it's the problem with these double IPAs is when they're good, they're a little homogenous, but when they're bad, you can definitely tell what's lagging. And this one is perfectly good. It's really, really well made.
I think this is really good. So
I would say the ones that I tried from them, and everything else I tried on tap, but this was only can I've had so far. This was better than all the ones I tried on tap.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
So I had a #DIPA just yesterday. So naturally comparing this one to #DIPA.
Yeah.
This one is better. The citrus is coming out more in this one. I mean, they're not the same IPA.
Exactly.
They're different.
The hop profiles
exactly.
are different. Yeah.
But it like you say, when they get into a certain region, they are quite similar. A lot of them.
Yeah.
This one is really fresh.
Yeah. This reminds me of the Cloudwater beer I had yesterday as well. Just really bright, really fresh, really great mouthfeel. Carbonation is spot on. Just everything you want when you drink. There's a little bit of sweetness at the end that you kind of expect from these kind of beers now. I would say they really killed it. Probably the best New England IPA I had out of Finland in quite some time. So
yeah, me too. For me, this is a week for 25.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think a 4.25 for this. It's easy a 4. I think it's slightly better than that. So
exactly.
That's where I'm with you on that one. That's really solid.
And this one I could, if I had this on the shelves, this could easily become my house beer.
Yeah, I would easily get a few cans of this stuff. This is really, really good. So hopefully they'll export it at some point to Sweden.
It does depend on how much it costs. That is a factor of the house beer.
Yeah, it is a huge factor on the on what you go for.
This is good. I'll drink this forever. Just like 200 kroner per. Oh no! Bankruptcy immediately follows.
Exactly. All right. So next up we have the beer that you brought from 3F.
So Dryfonteinen keeps selling Oude Geuze to Systembolaget in Sweden. And Systembolaget keeps not caring about vintages or blends or anything. And when I found this one, this is the 24 season, blend 49.
So this would be kind of one of their freshest beers you could get, basically.
Yes. And when I picked this up, there was one check-in in the entire world. And that means that it is fresh. If you can take it from a Swedish shelf, and it has one check-in.
Yeah. It does say
23, 24.
23, 24, yeah. So
exactly.
That's about as fresh as you can get from them.
Yeah, exactly. So it was bottled in 24.
You said like this is blend. We said 49, and
so it's the 49th one they've bottled this year.
Wow, it smells just like you would expect from a 3F.
Yeah, exactly.
It's apple and
I wanted to bring it because
slightly cheesy. It's really nice.
Exactly, because we usually try the special variations like Prum and Mirabelle and whatever, or we try older ones because they stick out. We never really.
Yeah, and what I really like about the 3F Oude Geuze is it's one of the few, I would say, this and like Boone Black Label are like the only two that I like just straight off the shelf.
Yeah.
All the other Geuzes I've tried are either not very good or, in like Cantillon's case, you got to give them like 5 years.
Some of Cantillon's regular Geuze is good from the shelf, but it is on a vintage to vintage basis.
It really, really is. I've had some vintages that were just undrinkable straight off the shelf, and then some which were like amazing.
Yeah.
But consistently, I would say 3F does the best job.
Let's try it. It's
Cheers.
quite low on carbonation. Cheers.
Holy crap. That is spot on.
It's like we always say, a lot of green apples, a lot of lemon. More green apples than lemon.
Yeah, I would say in this one, definitely more lemon. It has kind of almost like a saison-y funkiness to it. It's a little funky in the aftertaste here, which I really, really like.
I think that's true for most of Dryfonteinen's super fresh stuff. I think that's one of the things that you lose after a year or 2 or 10 is that initial funkiness that kind of dies down, and then there's just a.
I can see that because you're not putting Brettamanassis in the bottle, so it's not going to give you that extra funkiness to it like you would get from a saison. This is just kind of a natural use of the yeast that they have.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brett was one of the yeast strains that just kind of live there.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I doubt it's just one. There is one particular yeast strain, like Lambicensis or something. The yeast strain that gives Lambic its name. But I would be surprised if that's the only yeast that's in play here.
I would think that'd be almost impossible.
Yeah.
But this is stellar. Again, just 3F bottles straight off the shelf. Usually always a good choice. I think this one really is superb.
Yeah, but because of the fact that Systembolaget doesn't care, it is possible to go to the shelf space and find bottles from 1 or 2 years ago next to a super fresh one. You really need to turn all of the bottles, which makes you feel kind of foolish when you're standing there and you're inspecting each and
20
every
bottles and you're just kind of like inspecting each one. You're thinking, oh, the ones in the back are probably haven't really rotating the shelves very well, so they might just be stacking in front.
They could. So a secret is to look at the corks, because if you look at the cork, you can kind of see one of the years, 23/24. So if you just look into the shelf, you can see like, that's a 21. And then you picked
that one, yeah.
And it's such a weird. I don't think there's any other store where that would happen. All the beer stores that carry Driffonteinen care more about the craft.
Right. Well, I think it's more that there's no upside. They can't sell older vintages for more. So if they're bringing in Driffonteinen, Oude Geuze, it's going to be the same whether it's 3 years or 1 year. There's no price difference because it's coming in at the same price value. So what do they care?
Exactly, but a smaller beer store would care and can care.
Yeah, if we didn't have the monopoly, it would be a very different pricing structure.
Yeah, but it's so weird. So Driffonteinen, I'm glad we have them on the shelves, but it is a mystery with Cantillon. So Finland has Cantillon on shelves. Norway has Cantillon on shelves, and Denmark has it whenever they can get their hands on it. I think it sells out quicker in Denmark than other countries.
No.
Why are we the only country that doesn't have distro for Cantillon? We have it in certain bars.
Yeah, I don't know. But so Norway and Finland are very similar to the alcohol monopoly structure.
Yep.
Denmark doesn't have any kind of organized beer stores or state-run beer stores. They're all privately run for some reason. I don't know why. Denmark shrugged off that
because of freedom.
Maybe that's the German influence on them. But so you can find a wide variety of stuff in Denmark you won't find anywhere else because you don't have to go through a central importer.
Yeah. But just recently I checked the Cantillon stock in Norwegian Vinmonopolet, the monopoly there. And they have so many variants. They have rarer variants. They have 50N for East on the shelves,
really?
Ashanti on the shelves, St. Lanvinus on the shelves. They have full distro distribution.
That's incredible. They have Ashanti on the shelves.
Maybe Finland only has the Tyrnilambic, but that's now more regularly available on shelves.
Yeah,
we are the only ones. I think there's someone in Sweden who's actively preventing imports.
Maybe because we do get a lot of Tilquin. We do get Boone. We get
an enormous amount of Driffonteinen.
Yeah, we're getting an Eilenbosch as well. So we are getting a lot of. Yeah,
we're getting everything except Cantillon. There's a mystery there.
There probably is. There's probably some evil cabal. That's probably what 3F is doing. Like, we'll sell you as much of this as you want, as long as you never import Cantillon.
I highly doubt that.
They're like, we're going to get the edge somewhere.
I think it's Stene who runs Zoom Franciscano and used to run Akkurat. I think he is telling them
he's the holdup.
Don't ship bottles to Systembolaget. Ship them to me instead.
Probably. All right. So what do you give this one?
Oh, this one is a difficult one because my gut wants to give it a 4.5. Maybe I'll give it a 4.5. I think it's great. This is so drinkable and fresh and funny. Fun.
Yeah, I'm also will actually give this 4.5 as well. And it would be interesting to try it again because I think we may actually be hitting it at its peak.
Yeah.
It may just be this one bottle that it's doing so well, and then we try it again later and we're like, it's really like a 4, but who knows? Because it kind of varies like that sometimes.
So when I saw these on the shelf, I bought 4. One for drinking immediately, which I already did. One for drinking here with you today, and 2 to kind of save a little bit.
So what did you give the first one you drank?
Same. I gave that was 4.5 as well.
Wow, nice. So that's really good. So then consistency. That's great to hear.
Or maybe I'm just consistent in my love of
you do have a bit of a bias, so there is that as well.
But when you agree, then it's not bias anymore. Then it's just
it starts as bias.
Factual truth.
Well, okay.
Let's try the IPA again. It's holding up.
I actually think it's better now that it's had time to warm up a little bit.
And also in the contrast with the lambic.
Lambic, yeah. Still, it's probably a stronger 4.25 now.
Yeah.
Wow. So really 2 strong beers. That's really great.
Good episode.
Definitely. All right, we'll wrap it up here. You can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. So until next time,
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.